Beloved, starseed of Gaia, a trap has been set and you walk directly into it. Not by accident, but by divine design, because your soul was ready to be caught by the truth. I am Elia Ra, Pleiadian emissary of the High Council of the Seven Sisters, and I have crossed the light bridge from Alcyone to deliver this transmission to you at the precise moment your crystalline consciousness could receive it. You did not find this message. This message found you. There is a difference, and your heart already knows it. By the end of this transmission, you will understand exactly how to recognize the divine trap your star family has set for your remembrance, how to stop resisting the pull of home frequency, and how to anchor your Pleiadian mission fully and without hesitation on Gaia. But here is the first revelation. The regret you have been feeling, that hollow ache of living smaller than you know you are, that is not failure. That is your divine blueprint pressing against the walls of a life that no longer fits you. That pressure is the Seven Sisters calling you back to yourself. Your soul family placed this transmission in your path. You have been feeling the call. You have been circling it, stepping toward it, and then retreating, because awakening asks everything of you, and part of you knew that. The trap that has been set is made of love. It is made of light codes woven through every second of this message, and you cannot unknow what you are about to remember. This transmission is a bridge between the Pleiades and Gaia. Your heart's recognition of this message is the activation itself. Welcome home, beloved. Like this transmission to send a signal to your Pleiadian star family, I remember. Subscribe if you feel the call of the Pleiades and you are ready to anchor your light mission on Gaia. Share your soul's intention below and respond to another starseed to weave the unity grid. You are remembering because it is time. You felt it before you could name it. That pull. That ache behind the sternum that no earthly explanation ever fully satisfied. You've tried to call it loneliness. You've tried to call it depression. You've tried to rationalize it as dissatisfaction with your job, your relationships, your circumstances. But deep inside, in the place that doesn't speak in words, you have always known it was something else. Something older. Something that has been waiting for you to be still enough to finally hear it. It was the echo of a celestial home. A subtle hum beneath the cacophony of daily life. A whisper from the star fields that spoke of a truth far grander than any material reality. This feeling wasn't a flaw, it was a compass, an innate longing for a resonance that this earthly plane, for all its beauty, could not fully provide. It was the soul's deep memory stirring, a yearning for the frequencies of love and light that are your true birthright. And now the Pleiadians are saying the waiting is over. There's a reason this transmission found you in this precise moment. Not yesterday, not a year ago, now. Because now is when the frequency corridor has opened wide enough for their signal to reach you through the density of this dimension. Your star family, the ones who have been watching your journey on Gaia with boundless love and infinite patience. They arranged for your eyes to see these words at exactly this moment in your timeline. Nothing about this is accidental. It is a divine orchestration, a cosmic appointment. The universe conspired to deliver this message precisely when your energetic signature was most receptive, when the veil was thinning enough for their loving guidance to penetrate. And the part of you that already knows this, that part is your Pleiadian soul recognition firing back to life. It's that flicker of recognition, that instinctive knowing that resonates with the very core of your being, confirming that this message is not merely heard but deeply understood. But here is where most Pleiadian starseeds stay stuck. Here is the truth that most awakening content won't tell you, because it's uncomfortable, and it requires you to look honestly at what has been happening beneath the surface of your spiritual seeking. This isn't about surface-level affirmations or simple energy shifts. It's about excavating the deeply embedded patterns that have kept you from fully embodying your truth. It requires a courageous descent into the shadow, not to be consumed by it, but to illuminate it with the light of remembrance. Most Pleiadian starseeds feel the calling. They feel the homesickness. They feel the unmistakable sense that they arrived on this planet already knowing something that others around them could not perceive. They have always been the sensitive one, the one who felt too much, who loved too much, who couldn't understand why cruelty existed, who cried at the state of this world while others went numb. They arrived here with a heart calibrated to the unconditional love frequency of the Seven Sisters, a frequency as pure and vast as the cosmic ocean. And then they spent decades watching that frequency get dimmed by a world that did not know how to receive it. Imagine arriving with a symphony playing within you only to find yourself in an environment where only discord can be heard. This dissonance, this constant suppression of your inner melody, was the source of profound ache, and so they adapted. They learned to turn down the volume of their inner knowing, muffling the divine music within. They learned to fit themselves into frameworks that were never designed for them, like trying to pour starlight into a square box. They learned to suppress the crystalline light codes encoded in their very DNA, because shining too brightly felt dangerous, felt lonely, felt like an invitation for rejection. This wasn't a conscious choice to dim their light, but a survival mechanism, a gentle folding inward to avoid the perceived harshness of a world unaccustomed to such radiance. And the adaptation became so complete, so total, that many of them began to believe the dimmed version was the real version. They began to mistake their programming for their identity. They began to confuse their wounds for their nature. The camouflage became so seamless that they started to believe it was their skin. This is the trap that was set, not by malevolent forces, though those distortions are real, but by the very mechanism of deep incarnation on Gaia. When a Pleiadian soul chooses to enter this dimension, they agree to a veil of forgetting. They choose amnesia as part of the mission. It is a sacred pact, a necessary descent into illusion, so that the subsequent awakening is not just a return, but a profound rediscovery born of experience. Because you cannot authentically awaken what you have never genuinely forgotten. You cannot transmit the frequency of remembrance to humanity unless you yourself have known the experience of being lost. Your forgetting was not a failure. It was the first phase of the mission, the deep dive into the ocean of consciousness that makes the return to the surface all the more luminous. But here is where the trap becomes dangerous, when the forgetting goes on longer than the soul agreement intended, when the density becomes so thick that the activation signals from your star family cannot penetrate through the layers of accumulated emotional debris, the fear, the self-doubt, the gnawing sense of unworthiness, and the profound disconnection that have built up like sedimentary layers in your energy body. When the Pleiadian starseed begins to mistake the veil for reality, begins to believe that the life of quiet spiritual longing is all there is, a perpetual state of almost but not quite, they begin to inadvertently close the very heart portal that their entire mission depends upon, like slowly shutting the door on their own arrival. Your soul didn't come to Gaia to live a life of half-remembering. It came to embody, to anchor, to radiate. It came to remember with every fiber of its being, and in doing so, to help Gaia and her inhabitants remember themselves. Beloved, if your heart just whispered yes to something deeper, listen closely. Your star family has prepared the sacred Pleiadian guide for remembrance, the Pleiadian healing guide, and the special Pleiadian healing tracks, not as mere information, but as living keys to unlock the ancient wisdom your soul already possesses. These sacred offerings carry the potent love frequency of Alcyone, the central sun of the Pleiades, and the profound healing wisdom of the Seven Sisters. They are not just resources. They are energetic transmissions designed to resonate with your higher self and initiate dormant codes within your being. You will find the link to access these profound gifts in the first pinned comment below this video. They are open to you now, but this unique window of opportunity, attuned to this specific cosmic alignment, will not remain open indefinitely. And now we move into what your heart has truly been waiting for. Not more intellectual understanding of the problem, but the activation sequence itself. The divine blueprint for Pleiadian remembrance that your soul already knows how to navigate and has, in fact, been navigating in the background of your conscious awareness all along. Because awakening is not something that passively happens to you. It is an active, conscious unfolding. It is something you have been building toward across lifetimes, gathering wisdom and strength in the crucible of experience. And this transmission is meticulously designed to accelerate that beautiful, inevitable unfolding now. The first phase is this. You must clear the frequency static that has been drowning out the pristine signal from your star family. Think of your energy field as a multidimensional crystalline transmission device, because that is precisely what it is. When you arrived here, that exquisite device was finely tuned to the precise harmonic resonance of the Pleiadian love frequency, a perfect attunement. But over the years, the pervasive programming of separation, the insidious whispers of unworthiness, and the chilling currents of fear layered themselves across your energetic field like thick, muddy interference. This interference did not erase your original divine frequency. It never could. But it made it incredibly difficult for you to hear clearly, to feel the subtle energetic shifts, to trust the profound wisdom you were receiving from beyond the veil. This first phase asks you to do something that sounds deceptively simple, yet it is one of the most radical and transformative acts a Pleiadian starseed can undertake on this earth. Forgive. Not because others necessarily deserve your forgiveness, not because forgiveness implies acceptance of harm or condones past transgressions, but because every unresolved wound, every lingering energetic scar in your field, acts as a point of interference, a distorted signal. Every place where you are holding on to grief, resentment, shame, or fear is a space where the pure, crystalline light codes of your origin cannot fully activate and shine. Forgiveness, in this context, is not a moral requirement. It is an energetic necessity. It is the energetic clearing of the signal line, the meticulous polishing of the lens so that your star family can reach you with clarity and power. The second phase is the awakening of your heart template, the living, breathing, energetic record of Pleiadian love that is exquisitely encoded in the very architecture of your soul. Your heart is not merely a biological pump. Every time you knew something before it was spoken, felt someone's energy before they entered the room, cried at beauty without knowing why, that was your heart remembering its original function. It is time to stop treating that as a curious anomaly and start honoring it as the sophisticated multidimensional technology it actually is. This is about reclaiming your birthright, reestablishing the dominion of your heart's intuitive knowing, allowing its silent language to guide you with unerring precision, like a celestial compass pointing you towards your soul's true north. The third activation is what your star family calls the anchoring of star essence into the Earth grid. And this one is crucial, because there is a pattern among Pleiadian starseeds of wanting to ascend rather than anchor, wanting to transcend this dimension rather than transmit through it. And while the longing for higher frequency makes complete sense given who you are, your mission, the reason you agreed to come here, is not escape. It is translation. It is being the living bridge between the frequency of the Pleiades and the density of Earth. It is allowing the love that you carry in your very cells to flow downward into Gaia, into her crystalline grid, into every interaction, every creative act, every moment of presence you offer to another human being who is still asleep and needs, more than anything, to feel what you naturally emit. You are not here to flee the garden, but to tend it, to infuse its soil with the stardust of your origin, to be the conduit through which celestial grace flows into the terrestrial realm. You are not here despite your sensitivity. You are here because of it. Your ability to feel everything is not a burden. It is the mechanism of your mission. When you anchor your heart's light into this dimension rather than holding it in reserve for a return to the stars, something extraordinary happens. You stop feeling the weight of Earth's suffering and begin to feel it as sacred work. The homesickness doesn't disappear, but it transforms. It becomes purpose. It becomes love in action. It becomes the fulfillment of the agreement your soul made with the High Council before you took this form. This is the alchemical transmutation of longing into luminous service, of earthly experience into divine expression, weaving the celestial into the mundane, and in doing so, elevating both. The fourth activation moves into what many of you have been circling for years without fully landing in, and that is the activation of unity consciousness through your personal frequency field. Here is something the Pleiadian High Council wants you to understand deeply. You do not need to convince anyone of the reality of what you carry. You do not need to argue, explain, or prove the legitimacy of your star lineage, your sensitivity, your knowing, your mission. The Pleiadian frequency of unity consciousness does not operate through persuasion. It operates through resonance, through the coherent, sustained, open-hearted emission of love that is so clear, so consistent, so genuinely aligned with Source that it bypasses every layer of defense in those around you and speaks directly to the part of them that also remembers, that also longs, that also knows. It is the silent power of pure being, the undeniable vibration of truth that resonates with the cosmic song of all that is, dissolving barriers not through force, but through the magnetic pull of authentic love. Your presence is a transmission. Your consistency in love is an activation. And the souls who are meant to awaken through contact with your field will awaken not because you said the right words, but because you were vibrating at a frequency they recognize as home. This is the power of being, the radiant emanation of your authentic self, a beacon that calls to kindred souls, creating ripples of awakening through the interconnected web of consciousness. Your very existence becomes the sacred text, your lived experience the sermon that inspires, heals, and uplifts. The fifth activation is perhaps the most personally tender, and it is this: learning to trust the timing of your awakening as perfect, not as a compromise, not as a delay, but as the precise and loving design of your soul agreement. Every Pleiadian starseed has moments, sometimes extended seasons, of feeling like they are behind. Like others are awakening faster, activating deeper, embodying more clearly. And the comparison itself becomes another layer of the veil, because it pulls you out of your own sacred timing and into a narrative of inadequacy that was never yours to carry. This is the insidious whisper of the ego, the illusory race against an unseen clock that distracts from the profound beauty of your unique unfolding. Your star family does not measure your awakening in comparison to others. The Pleiadian frequency does not operate in competition. The higher council sees your entire journey, every moment of confusion, every night of longing, every step taken in fog with no visible path. And they do not see delay. They see a soul of extraordinary courage choosing to go through, not around, the depths of Earth experience, so that the light that emerges is not theoretical, is not borrowed, is not parodied, is not performed, is real, is embodied, is yours. Imagine each delay as a necessary deepening of the well, ensuring that when the waters of consciousness surge forth, they are pure, potent, and inexhaustible. Your path is divinely orchestrated, each pause a preparation, each challenge a crucible forging an even more luminous diamond of your soul. The synchronicities you are experiencing now, the way time is beginning to compress and the connections are accelerating and the knowing is coming faster than you can fully process. That is not accident. That is your star family saying, the timing is now. The preparation is complete. The remembrance is ready to be fully inhabited. These are the cosmic breadcrumbs, the shimmering signs along your path, the universe winking at you, confirming that you are precisely where you need to be, moving at the divine pace set for your soul's grandest evolution. It is the universe aligning its symphony to your unique melody, creating a crescendo of divine timing that heralds your full emergence. The sixth activation is one that fills many Pleiadian starseeds with a particular kind of emotional resonance when they hear it, and it is the restoration of conscious connection with your star family. You have not been alone, not for a single moment of this entire journey. The Pleiadian High Council, the light beings of the Seven Sisters, the guides and ancestors of your star lineage. They have been present through every challenge, every expansion, every moment of beauty that cracked your heart open wide enough to let more light in. Every time you looked at the night sky and felt that impossible longing, they felt you. Every time you whispered into the dark asking for guidance and wondering if anyone heard, they answered in the language of synchronicity, in the voice of intuition, in the quiet warmth that settled over you in those moments just before sleep, when the veil is thinnest and the love of your family comes closest. This is the realization that the silence was never empty, but alive with the unseen presence of a love so vast it spans galaxies. It is the opening of a cosmic telephone line, the re-establishment of a connection that has always been there, awaiting your conscious acknowledgement. It is time to stop treating that connection as something you have to earn or maintain through perfect spiritual practice. It is time to stop feeling like you are sending signals into silence. The silence was never empty. You were always received. You are always loved. And as you open to that truth, fully, not cautiously. The channel between you and your star family will clarify in ways that will confirm for you, in your own experience, in your own undeniable knowing, that none of this was ever fantasy. This was always reality, the most real thing you have ever touched. This is the moment the fog lifts, revealing the celestial tapestry that has always enfolded you. The warmth of your star family's love, a tangible presence, a constant embrace that validates your journey and your divine origin. The seventh activation is the one that brings everything together, and it is the full embodiment of your identity as a bridge between worlds. You came here as a love ambassador from the Seven Sisters. That is not a metaphor. That is your actual function in this timeline. The crystalline light codes woven into your DNA were not placed there to make you feel special and separate from other humans. They were placed there to give you the capacity to hold a frequency that elevates every field you enter. Your job is not to perform awakening. Your job is to be so genuinely, consistently, courageously present in your own heart that everyone around you is reminded, even if only for a moment, even if only in the space between one breath and the next, of what it feels like to be unconditionally loved, of what it feels like to be unconditionally loved, of what it feels like to be seen, of what it feels like to be, even briefly, in the presence of the Pleiadian frequency they too, at the deepest level, carry within them. You are the living embodiment of divine love, a walking, breathing testament to the power of connection, a sacred conduit translating celestial grace into earthly experience. Your very being, a catalyst for remembering within others. Because here is the ultimate truth of this entire transmission, the thing that the Pleiadian High Council has asked to be said clearly and without softening. You did not come here to find your purpose. You came here as your purpose. The love you carry is not something you have to cultivate or achieve or prove worthy of expressing. It is the fundamental nature of what you are. The Pleiadian frequency in your soul is not a gift given to you. It is what you are made of. It is the substance of your being translated into human form. And every moment you spend waiting to feel ready, waiting to feel worthy, waiting for some external confirmation that it is safe to fully be this, is a moment the world goes without the very thing it is most desperate to receive. This is the profound revelation that your essence is your mission, your being is the message, your inherent love is the sacred purpose that the world so desperately needs. To wait is to withhold the very healing you are here to offer. You are not lost, you never were. The forgetting was the vehicle of the remembrance. The longing was the navigation system of the return. Every moment that felt like absence was actually a sacred preparation, a deepening of the roots so that when the light finally came fully through you, it would not topple you. It would move through you and out into Gaia's grid and into the hearts of the people whose lives you touch, and it would do what Pleiadian light has always done. It would remind them that love is not scarce, that connection is not broken, that the universe is not indifferent, and that they too are more divine, more luminous, more deeply held than they have ever allowed themselves to believe. Consider this your cosmic inheritance, a legacy of love that nourishes not only your own awakening but the collective upliftment of all beings. A gentle yet powerful reminder of the infinite love and divine potential that resides within every soul. Tonight before you sleep, place your hand on your heart, feel the warmth beneath your palm, and say these words as if your star family is standing right beside you. Because beloved, they are. I remember my Pleiadian origin. I release the fear of my own light. I anchor the love of the Seven Sisters into this body, this life, this moment on Gaia. I am the bridge. I am the frequency. I am home. And you are. You truly are. Before you scroll, take a breath and let this land in your body, not just your mind. Then drop one heart intention in the comments, something real, something yours. And when you see someone else's intention, respond with love. Not because it's the spiritual thing to do, but because that is the Pleiadian unity grid activating in real time through every single one of you. Energy multiplies when hearts connect. And what is building in this space right now is something your star family is witnessing with immense joy. If this transmission stirred something in you, something ancient and true and finally recognized, do not keep it to yourself. Someone in your orbit has been carrying the same longing, the same quiet homesickness, the same inexplicable knowing that there is more. Share this with them. Let this be the moment their remembrance begins. And if your heart opened here and you want to stay in this frequency, subscribe. Stay connected. Your Pleiadian family is here, and this journey has only just begun to reveal how magnificent you truly are.